Welcome to the YouTube Creators Hub podcast, where we help you conquer the internet one video at a time. We cover everything from how to start a YouTube channel to how to make a video go viral. And now, here's your host, the one and only Dusty Porter.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. This is episode 100. That's right, we have reached the milestone of 3 digits. I'm so excited to be still doing this. I'm so excited that I have over 99, now 100 episodes in the can that you can go back and listen to and hopefully help you on your creative journey, on your YouTuber journey. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so I will not dilly-dally here at the top. Do want to remind you that this show, as always, is brought to you by the fine folks over at TubeBuddy. I was uploading and tinkering around with some Facebook video stuff this week, and it reminded me of just how amazing the tool is, of how amazing TubeBuddy is, and how much easier navigating YouTube is because of TubeBuddy. Such a great and just such a wonderful tool. So if you want to check it out, click the link in the show notes, and I promise you it will be that one tool that will help you take your YouTube channel, your YouTube online content to the next level. Also want to remind you that we are on iTunes, Spotify, we are on Google Play, we are on all of the places where you would normally consume your podcast content. You will find the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. It is because of you guys, the creators, that have made this show what it is. If you would, go on over to iTunes, leave us a review over there. I would really appreciate it. It helps the show out, helps us grow, helps us get in front of new people, helps us share our message to more people. And at the end of the day, that's what this whole thing is about, is to get this message out to more people. So let's go ahead and just get straight to it, right? Let's go ahead and get straight to the elephant in the room. This is episode 100. I had some really cool stuff planned, had a fantastic interview that I was going to release today, but YouTube and the news circuit had other plans in mind. And so I figured being a show about YouTube, definitely not being a show about the news, it's one of those things to where I had to kind of balance whether or not I wanted to cover this. But when something big drops about YouTube as a platform going forward in the future, it's something that I have to cover. And I feel like I need to cover this topic because there's a lot of a lot of creators out there right now that are really upset about some changes that YouTube has made. So let's go ahead and stop beating around the bush and let's go ahead and dive right into it. So we're going to be talking today, is it still worth creating a new YouTube channel with the new YouTube partner rules, with the new YouTube monetization rules? So let's go ahead and talk about what's happened, and then we'll dive into it, and I'll give you my thoughts. Here we go. So basically, YouTube said in a blog post, it says, starting today, we're changing the eligibility requirement for monetization, which means you being eligible to make money from your videos. The new requirements are going to be 4,000 hours of watch time within the past year, within the past 12 months, and 1,000 subscribers. The 4,000 hour number is the one that I think most people are getting hung up on. I've done a little math. And I'll give you some numbers here shortly to kind of let you know what that exactly equates to, but let's move on. It says, we've arrived at these new thresholds after thorough analysis and conversations with creators just like you. They will allow us to significantly improve our ability to identify creators who contribute positively to the community and help drive more ad revenue to them and away from bad actors, so people who are doing things that are against terms of service, things like that. These higher standards, which they are higher, will also help us prevent potentially inappropriate videos from monetizing, which can hurt revenue for everyone. All right, so there is a lot to unpack there. So let's start, number one, with the new requirements. So 4,000 hours of watch time within a year and 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers isn't that bad. I know for a lot of you, you're thinking, I will never reach that. That one I'm not too concerned about. Like, that one doesn't bother me. I think that's a good one. The 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months, that's the one that people are getting hung up on. So 4,000 hours seems like a lot, but when you have multiple videos and you're a consistent YouTuber, honestly, 4,000 hours of watch time is not that much. Like a channel like mine, which is not a subscriber-based channel, it's all search-based, I think I got like 4,000 hours almost within 5 or 6 days. So 5 or 6 days, I'll be, reaching that threshold. Now, I know smaller YouTubers, people wanting to start on the platform, that can seem daunting. I want to kind of ease your thought on this for a minute. Like, 4,000 watch time hours is not as big of a hurdle as you think. After crunching some numbers, looking at a few other YouTubers, 4,000 hours of watch time, people that are below this threshold are probably making, unless they have a viral video, are probably making around $50 to $75 a year, or $250 a month. Now, there may be people who are getting viral videos, and if that's the case, then yes, you'll be making more because of the anomaly of the viral video. That doesn't happen very frequently, and YouTube is trying to get away from this. Now, let's talk about why they're doing this and why they think this is a good idea. So, all of us know about the demonetization issue going on with YouTube right now. If you're a creator like myself, a larger creator, a medium-sized creator, someone putting in time and effort to build up your YouTube channel, it is really frustrating to upload a video and you get the majority of your views within the first 24 to 48 hours of the upload, and then seeing that little yellow circle by your video, which means that it's been demonetized. For the most part, it's being demonetized incorrectly. So that means that your video shouldn't have been demonetized, but you're losing out on the most amount of money that you could make. So if you are a genuine creator trying to do this as a job and you're moving beyond the hobby stage, getting demonetized in the first 24, 48, 72 hours of a video can be very demoralizing when it comes to the end goal, which is trying to support yourself and your family on the platform, which, by the way, I think is a good thing. YouTube provides this AdSense program as a good thing for creators. So YouTube is hoping by eliminating, which, by the way, this is probably a very, they didn't say exactly, but this is a very large percentage of the channels on YouTube. So basically, the people who are below 1,000 subscribers and below the 4,000 hour watch time in a year threshold, this is probably upwards of 75, 85, probably even 90% of channels on YouTube. So by eliminating the amount of work that the YouTube tools have to do, people who are actually putting in the time and effort to create a real legit YouTube channel for a business, these people are going to, number one, make more money, okay? They're, number two, hopefully not going to get demonetized as frequently. So let's go ahead and put that kind of where it is, and let's talk about smaller creators, and let's talk about people wanting to start a YouTube channel. Do I personally think that you still should do this? When I saw the outrage on the Twitter, on the internet, it just made me shake my head. Yes, I get it. If you're a YouTuber who is a smaller creator and you've put in time and effort and still haven't reached these thresholds, I get it. It can be frustrating, okay? It can be something that you're looking at to be a hurdle that you never can get over. But let's talk about this for a minute. Something I preach here on the show and in my education and training on YouTube is this: do not ever count on a single platform to provide you your entire income. If you do, you will get burnt in the future. This is a huge example of exactly what I said. A lot of these people are counting on YouTube to be that one thing that helps them provide for their family or pay the mortgage. I hate to break it to you guys. It's one of those things to where it's like, no, you should not be counting on YouTube. You never know when the rug could be pulled out from under from you. And this is what's happened. People are upset, they're frustrated, and they see these thresholds and they think they're never going to amount to those numbers. They're just numbers. If you're passionate about the content, if you really want to get your message heard, it really doesn't matter if you're going to make money, right? I would still do this if I didn't make money. That is a true statement. And proof of that is the 4.5 years I worked a 9-to-5, 45-hour job while still doing this because I loved doing it. Now, granted, once I got to the point to where I could do it full time, yes, it's easy for me to say now, but then for the over 4.5 years, getting married, having a child, during that time, grinding it out, getting to the point to where now I don't have to worry about it, right? So yes, my words speak because of my actions. So yes, I would be doing this. You need to be passionate about what you do and the numbers will come. The 4,000 hour watch time within a year, that will come much easier than you think it will now. So let's go to whether or not, let me just explain to you guys why I think this isn't as bad as people are saying. People are blaming this on Logan Paul. That situation has nothing to do with that. There was a demonetization. There was an ad issue on YouTube well before Logan Paul did his stupid act on YouTube, okay? So let's just go beyond that for a minute, okay? So I'm not saying I agree with everything. But what I am saying is that I'm going to be very interested to see what happens to creators who are above this threshold. So to the creators who are out there grinding and growing their channels at a sufficient rate and are above the thresholds that YouTube has set now, the 4,000 hours and the 1,000 subscribers, I honestly believe if you're above that line, you will make more money. You will have more communication with YouTube. They will have more time to invest in features and things that will help you invest in your channel and make more money in the end. So if you are in the 15, 10, 8% of people who are above that line, I really believe this is going to be a positive change. If you're a smaller to medium-sized creator that is not there yet, should you quit? Absolutely not. If you quit now, then that just proves that you really didn't want to do it in the first place. That really, at the end of the day, you were only doing this to make money, which those are never the channels that I want to watch. Those are never the channels that I want to invest in. Those are never the channels that I want to mentor. I want to invest in people who are doing this for the right reasons, and that's to get their message heard. That's to have a passion spread out on a platform that gives you the ability to get your voice heard and to be on a stage. Yes, it can be frustrating. Yes, I understand the sentiment of, oh man, I've worked so hard. I'm at 890 subs. I've got 3,200 watch hours in the past year. I'm going to be demonetized. I was making $50 a month. Guys, if $50 a month is going to put you in the hole to where you can't pay your bills, you may need to reassess what you're doing as a whole. Okay, so I hope that with this episode, I can kind of talk you guys off the ledge a little bit. And if you're out there thinking of jumping in the YouTube game, you're still going to do it tomorrow as if you were previously. Okay, so understand when it comes to YouTube, you never know when that rug might be pulled out from under you. So let me give you a little bit of encouragement now. If you're a YouTube channel that uploads multiple times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, that's really very, very minimum, or even 1 to 2 videos a week, the 4,000 hour watch time threshold should not be hard to reach. Continue putting quality content out consistently. And guys, I promise you, this whole mess about demonetization, this whole thing about you being able to be accepted into the partner program, guys, all of that will be old news because you'll be above and beyond those numbers and you'll be surpassing them and you won't even look back. So understand that yes, this does hurt the small and medium-sized creators. Yes, this is a very large percentage of people who are now not going to be able to make that $20 a month that they were making. But guys, in reality, is that really going to make a difference of whether or not you can eat tonight or not? I hope not. I hope you've listened to me in the past. I hope you've put your eggs in different baskets. Understand YouTube can change like this. They can pivot like this at any time. I understand right now you're frustrated. I understand right now you're sad. I understand right now you're thinking, I never want to look at YouTube again. Hold off. Take a deep breath. Get back to pushing that record button. And I promise you, tomorrow, the next day, it will continually get better because you will be continually uploading quality content. YouTube is going to change. They're going to evolve with the times. They're a business. They've got to make money. This whole demonetization, this whole thing with advertisers pulling out, YouTube makes money. A lot of their percentage of their income revenue is because of ads. They're going to do what's best for them. Now you've got to do what's best for you. And if you think that's pulling out of YouTube and not investing any more time into YouTube, then go ahead and do it. But I promise you guys, that's a little premature. YouTube will continue to succeed with or without you. Okay? You pulling off their platform is not going to stick it to YouTube. You need to get back on there. What'll stick it to YouTube is when you continually upload quality, consistent content and you surpass those numbers. You apply for the partner program and you make more money then than you ever imagined. So guys, hopefully this was an informational, educational, and a little bit motivational, right? I hope that you can listen to this episode and see that wait. Dusty took his 100th episode of YouTube Creators Hub and covered this topic because he wanted us to know that it's not the end of the world. This is not the end of the YouTube world. Everything will be fine. A bunch of people will bail. And let me give you this. Let me end with this. This may be the greatest opportunity for small to medium-sized creators in a decade on YouTube. Here's why. The majority of people are going to bail. If you stick to your guns, YouTube is going to automatically become less noisy. So with that being said, you will have an easier job sticking out. Think of it that way. Seriously, guys, now that a lot of people are going to be jumping off the YouTube ship, you may be able to rise to the top quicker because there will be less noise, less competition. Think of it like that. All right, guys, hope you liked the episode. Tune in next Wednesday for another great interview with a great creator. We'll be talking all about YouTube strategy. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, TubeBuddy. As always, guys, thank you so much for listening. Talk to you next week.
You've been listening to the YouTube Creators Podcast. We want to thank you and invite you to subscribe to the show, as well as support us on Patreon for great perks, such as having your YouTube channel featured on the show and a link on our website. Until next time, keep uploading those videos.